Our company spotlight is on US Synthetic, based out of Orem and employing over 400 people. Most our research and analysis comes as a result of our plant visit and interviews. US Synthetic was started by a man named Lewis Pope in 1978. Lewis had lost his job, and after considering if he should search for another job or not, he decided to try and make his own company by leaning on the skills he had learned from previous jobs within the diamond business. Lewis and his team at US Synthetic created long-lasting diamond inserts called polycrystalline diamond cutters, PDCs. These diamond cutters are placed on the end of drill bits, which are then used on oil rigs when drilling for oil. The PDCs are created at the US Synthetic plant with high temperature, high pressure cubic press machines by compressing diamond particles and other elements under 1 million psi. While their product at US Synthetic is unique and one of the best in the world, their culture is something they pride themselves on as well. US Synthetic has maintained a culture that you won't find in other manufacturing companies. When Lewis Pope created US Synthetic, he brought many of his personal values. Lewis' main concern was to make a good living for his family, and he genuinely cared about other people. When talking with Lewis Pope's son, Eric Pope, the VP of Operations, he asked him, "What is the most important value for your dad?" His reply, "Generosity." He said that generosity was what made the company go round and what his dad lived for. It's all about the people. It's not just another hollow company slogan. US Synthetics' belief that employees are their most important asset is apparent even in the way that they recruit, interview, and hire. Mark Marowski, US Synthetics marketing director, was first introduced to the company through a consulting project. After Mark finished the project, a manager approached him and asked if he would consider a career at US Synthetic. Although Mark was working for one of the largest marketing firm in the world, he was so impressed by the company's culture that he decided to interview. He prepared well for the interview and expected the typical list of questions. However, when he sat down for the interview, the CEO, Mark, asked only about his family and nothing else. After they had discussed Mark's family at length, the CEO ended the interview and gave Mark the job. US Synthetic looks for culture fit above all else. According to Lacey, an HR assistant, the most critical characteristics of new employees are honesty, respect, initiative to solve problems, and service. Because US Synthetic hires people who fit the culture, employees typically stay for a long time and only move when necessary because of unfavorable market conditions. A few years ago, US Synthetic was forced to lay off several hundred employees because of a low oil prices. However, before these layoffs, their turnover rate was only 5%. Now that the market has changed and they are hiring again, HR has individually called each person who was laid off and offered them a job if they would like to come back. Most want to come back in a large part because of the company culture. US Synthetic doesn't have to recruit. They develop their employees, promote from within, and potentially employees come to them because of their good reputation. As the company grew, there were some quirks that had to be worked out in the hiring process. US Synthetic did not really have a specific training process, and because of this, they were noticing glitches in the production because of the new employees. The company worked on creating a better training process so that when employees started working on the floor, they wouldn't disrupt the production process. This also increased satisfaction for the employees as they felt like they had less job ambiguity. The leadership at US Synthetic treats everyone as equals and is very involved in every part of the company. It is very flat. It is very common to see upper management on the shop floor interacting and working alongside the floor employees. Management trusts those in lower positions to do their job and get things done right. Something the leadership has done is with parking. The employees all hated parking far away from the company, so leadership took the initiative to say that the very back spots farthest away were their assigned parking spots. US Synthetic also has a suggestion box. Leadership even rewards those who come up with suggestions that are actually implemented. When there are upper level positions that open up, it is open exclusively to those in the company. Leadership always wants to promote from within if possible, because if are a lot of employees who have been at the company for a long time, they want to promote them. Leadership wants all employees to be able to have a good work life balance. Walking into US Synthetic, the layout of the building quickly shows insights into the culture. Directly inside lies a large glass cabinet filled with an array of awards given to the company. Additionally, as you walk down the hallway, you will notice walls are covered in picture frames. Each frame displays a unique patent that the company holds. The frames continue as you walk up the stairs along with frame articles published about the company. Downstairs in the factory area, everyone is looking clean. Women have their hair in ponytails, and men are clean shaven. The factory is decorated using icons from racing tracks. Black and white checkered flags hang around the plant for each that circles the machinery. Ken Jensen explained that the flags were not just to represent speed, but also efficiency. It's not enough to build all the pieces quickly, but each needs to create a high standard or the company cannot race properly. In addition to racetrack decorations, the company objectives are placed on very large posters around the walls for people to see and remember. There were at least 3 of these posters seen in a 20-foot area. All artifacts pointed towards a creation of pride toward the history of the company, efficiency in the job, and respect for other employees. One of the biggest company culture strategies is T-Frogs. That's right. T-Frogs is an acronym that stands for trust, fun, respect, growth, and service. These are the core values that every employee has memorized. At the core of all observable facts, reward systems, and values is the basic assumption of trust. They see that their role of management equals to create an environment where people can make good choices. They believe that their people are inherently good. They believe that failures are system failures, not people failures. They look to see why the system failed because they truly believe that people are not the problems. Our recommendations include the following. After speaking with Jordan, a team lead, we think it would be beneficial for US Synthetic to train employees in all areas of productions instead of just the department they are first going into. The majority of employees do stay in the same department they started in, and this additional training would help the transition process be a lot smoother. We also recommend that US Synthetic has more structure in how team leads interact with their crew. Some team leads see their crew on a regular basis, while others very rarely interact with crew members. It'd be helpful for team members to see their bosses on a regular basis and would promote less ambiguity. What makes US Synthetic so successful? US Synthetic's clan culture is truly what makes them different. You won't find a clan culture in many other manufacturing companies today. US Synthetic's vision of improving lives and caring about people is truly what makes it unique and successful today.